to the National Memorial Cemetery of Arizona. My name is Roberto, and on behalf of our entire staff and our director, please accept our sincerest condolences. At this time, please ensure your cell phones are silent. However, pictures and videos are permitted throughout the entire service. We will begin today with the rendering of military honors. Veterans, feel free to render a final salute to your loved one. Everyone else may place their right hand over their heart during the playing of the song taps. Everyone, if able, please rise for the rendering of military honors and welcome the United States Marine Corps.
Put your right hand over your heart. This one. Go.
does conclude the rendering of military honors. I'd now like to open the floor to any friends or family members who would like to share some kind words or share some messages.
Hello, my name is Nicholas. I'm Austin's older brother. And first off, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today and remembering Austin. It's with heavy hearts that we bid farewell to my brother, Austin Fish, who was a beloved son, brother, uncle, friend, godfather, and former Marine, who ended his life at the young age of only 35. Austin was an honorable man who served his country with distinction, earning an honorable discharge with the rank of sergeant from the Marine Corps. He embodied the principles of courage, integrity, and the dedication that the Marines stood for, and his commitment to service was an inspiration to all that knew him. After his time in the Marine Corps, Austin pursued higher education and graduated with a bachelor's degree from ASU in psychology. He was a successful go-getter in every sense, driven to excel and make the most of his opportunities. His determination and hard work were evident in everything that he pursued, and his achievements were a source of immense pride for his family and friends. Those who knew Austin understood him as a person with a heart of gold, overflowing with love, caring, and a wonderful sense of humor. He had an infectious laugh that lifted the spirits of everyone around him. His lively and joyful nature made him the life of every gathering or party, and his kindness touched the lives of all who had the privilege of knowing him. Austin's passing has left an unfillable void not only in the lives of friends and family, but everybody who knew him. His absence has reminded us of the importance of addressing mental health challenges and reaching out to those who may be suffering in silence. The impact of his absence will be deeply felt in the memories of his laughter, warmth, and all-around general tomfoolery will always linger in our hearts. As we mourn his untimely departure, we celebrate Austin's life, the profound impact he had on all of us. His legacy will endure through the memories that we hold dear, and the values that he embodied will continue to inspire those who are touched by his presence. May he find peace and solace in the place free from the burdens that he carried in his life. However, we also acknowledge that Austin struggled with challenges that weighed heavily on his heart and mind. And with heavy hearts, we acknowledge the pain and suffering he endured and the burden that proved to be insurmountable. We cannot pretend to understand the depths of his struggle, but we can remember him with compassion and empathy. It is important to remember that mental health struggles are not a reflection of weakness, but a result of complex and deep personal battles. Austin will be deeply missed, and his absence will be a constant reminder of the significance of cherishing every moment and sharing love and support with those around us. His departure has left an irreplaceable void in our lives, and his memory will always be cherished. We love you, Austin, and we will carry on in our hearts always. May you rest in peace, little brother. I will always love you. You will never be forgotten and forever missed.
Well said.
So first off, I'd like to thank Nick for an amazing statement about Austin. And I won't be quite as long out there at the top end, but I'm Austin's cousin, as well as Kira here and Cameron. We've known Austin for pretty much our whole lives, long before he joined Marine Corps. Times we were little kids playing video games together, and in the bedroom playing guns outside, surfing and stuff. It was just always a great time when he would show up in the house. You know, no matter what family struggles we're going through at the time, every time Austin walked through that door, anybody got a call saying Austin was coming to town to see his cousins, the whole house just sparked up with excitement. Like, everybody forgot what they were fighting about. That we'll never forget that. And, I'll never forget how proud I was watching him graduate as Marine, following him around. He showed Austin, all the places he discovered while being at the base, where he got his mail, where he bought his commissary and stuff like that. And I just wanted him to know, because I never really got a chance to tell him that since about 18, I based just about most of my life choices after him. You know, not doing as well as he did, but, you know, from boot camp to college to stage presence, you know, I tried to keep up with my bigger cousin. It was very tough. He was just the best of the best. I'll always miss him. I will not forget him, and I know none of us will, especially grandmother here, Lorna. I know you won't forget him or his dad, Kira, and Derek, Dad, Landon, especially all of his immediate family and friends. I know none of you will forget Austin. It's just crazy to see how big of an impact he had with how many people. So, thank you guys for coming. Anyone you'd like to come up?
My name is Jacob Harold. Me and Austin, we're brothers. We serve together. A lot of his Marine brothers and sisters are here today, and traveled all across the country to pay our final respects. If I didn't come up here, Austin would fucking haunt my ass. I'm up here to talk about what impact he had on my life. I didn't really prepare anything, but yeah, I met him when I was probably 18 years old. He was there the first day that I met my wife with another one of our good buddies, Chris. And I mean, some of the best moments of my adult life were with your brother. And, you know, we just had wild times. And Austin was absolutely crazy. And it's evidenced by this very diverse crowd. You know, we've got everybody really clean cut all the way down to Jamie. You got to get up here and, you know, say something. I mean, shit. And Jamie was a brother to him. And Austin plugged me into this really wild group of people, and I'm just so proud that he was my friend. So that's all I really have to say about it. You know, I'll just don't remember any of the struggles. Just remember all the awesome memories that we had with this guy. So yeah.
Like Jake, I didn't really prepare anything, but some of you may know, maybe not, Austin used to write poetry all the time, and lots of good things like that. He would share it with me, and a lot of great nights we spent up reading things together and sharing poems. And for whatever reason, this one just always stuck with me and him, and it's called Be Drunk by Charles Baudelaire. You have to be drunk, or you have to always be drunk. That is all there is the only way. So as not to feel the horrible burden of time that breaks on your back and bends you to the earth, you have to continually be drunk. But on what? Wine, poetry, or virtue? But as you wish, be drunk. And if sometimes on the steps of a palace, or in the green grass of a ditch, or in the mournful solitude of your room, you wake again, drunkenness, already deeming or gone, ask the wind, the wave, the star, the bird, the clock, everything that is flying, everything that is groaning, everything that is rolling, everything that is singing, everything that is speaking. Ask, what time is it? And wind, wave, star, bird, clock, will you answer? It is time to be drunk, so as not to be the martyred slaves of time. Be drunk. Be continually drunk on wine, on poetry, or on virtue, as you wish.
Anybody else like to come up and say something about Austin?
I'm Cassie Harold, big help my Austin was our family. Over the years, like you said, I met Austin the day I met my husband. Veronica's life with him. And I just wanted to say, Austin was willing to drop anything at the drop of a hat to be there for everyone he loved. Obviously, growing up together, he's been through all the stuff with us. We've been through all the stuff with him. When my father died, he came out and helped us clean up my father's house and fix it. Anytime we needed him, he showed up. Didn't matter what he had going on. And I think that really shows what kind of man that Austin was. Good guy. And we're going to miss him.
My name's Aaron Burleson. I was Austin's sergeant when he joined the Marine Corps. So he was always a very unique individual. Even the first time I met him, when he came up to me and he had those big glasses that they used to give him, his eyes were like really large. Yeah, birth control glasses. So his personality though was so intense and infectious that anybody, and I'm sure all of you know, that got connected with him just got obsessed with his personality, myself included, right? Technically, I guess I wasn't supposed to become his friend as close as we did, but that's what ended up happening. He ended up being one of my best men in my wedding. You know, like, he was just an outstanding individual. And I have a plethora of stories of him that would take too long for me to tell in this kind of venue. But the quality of this man's character was something, basically, I would go say divine almost. I can't think of a funnier person than Austin Fish. Like, he used to spend a lot of time in my house that I had in Beaufort, South Carolina. I would get deployed and whatnot. He'd bring all kinds of other people to my house. I'm not there. I just gave him the keys to my house. He's just bringing random people. And a lot of the people I talk to this day is because of Austin. He's the reason that I have some of the friends I have today, because he connected us all. He was the median in that. And Austin, I just want to tell you I appreciate your life and everything you've done. And I really hope, you know, if there's an afterlife and all that, I see you afterwards. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna say a couple words about Austin, man. He's my little brother, man. First I moved from Las Vegas when I was 9, I think, and Nick. It's a funny story. Nick and I met. He was moving the field goal post. So I was kicking my field goals through it, and I went up and actually hit Nick in his jaw. And he didn't tell the principal, so I was like, oh my gosh, he's my best friend. So him and I were best friends, like a brother ever since. And Austin was like a little brother to me. I grew up real poor, and so every time I'd go over to Sally in his house, they'd have all the food and, you know, all the munchies, and like I'd just be spoiled. Sally would spoil me to death, and Austin was my little brother, always playing in the video game. And you know, a lot of times like Pete, like his friends would like try to pick on him or something because he was a little kid, and I always stuck up for him, man. And like he was just, man, he's just such an amazing guy. He was, you know, always there for you. He just, he called me Saturday night, and I talked to him a little bit and before, and I mean, I cried enough been at so many funerals. And you know, a lot of my family had passed away. My brother, my dad, my grandpa, my sister. I mean, my brother, dad, and sister were in a horrific way. They passed away. But you know, Austin, you know, it's all our times to go when God wants us to be in heaven, right? And so, you know, it's horrific. You know, it's you know, what I've learned through death and losing loved ones is that no one can say anything to anyone besides time. Time's the only thing that can heal, right? And something like this, and like Nick's my brother. I mean, he's my right-hand man, and he helps my business, and Katie's phenomenal. And just, you know, I just, you know, nothing but love from Austin. I mean, I've talked to him and you know, been around him quite a bit lately, and he's just, you know, I can't tell you how much of an amazing man he was, how intelligent he was. how many houses he bought, his ASU, he went and got different degrees. He just, he took the sky to the limit. He used his benefits from his services to use the max. A lot of guys from the service don't know how to do that. Like, he went to ASU, got his degree. He got, he did so many phenomenal things about a condo, about a house. Like, he was just such an intelligent individual, and just grew up to be a man that so many men inspired to be, right? And he just, it's just heartbreaking, he had a lot of pain inside in the service. Everybody knows from PTSD from the service. What they had him doing in the service. I don't know if many of you people know, but it was, it's tough what they had him doing in his job, and that stuff, that type of stuff sticks in your head from PTSD for years. And all I can say about Austin, man, is his family. He's my little brother, and same with Nick, his family, and Sally. She's been like a mom to me since freaking I was 9, 8 years old. We signed our signatures in her concrete. They're still there. She lives around the corner, and our names are still in the concrete. And we used to go out and practice and slam dunk and play basketball with Austin, and he just plays video games downstairs. And I had none of that, so I felt like I was at like a palace every time I go to their house. So it's just rest in peace to Austin, man. I've shed so many tears lately over it. I just I've shed so many tears at funerals. It's hard for me to go to funerals and stuff like that because I've lost so many people close to me. But like Austin, is just such an amazing individual. God bless him, man. Rest in peace. And he's in a better place than most of us here. He's at peace, and he's where all of us will, and there's life after death. And be at peace there, and there's only more to come, right? So my name's Cash Swear, and I just wanted to say a few words about Austin. I love him to death. No, I always stuck up for Austin. Always. He was my little man. He was always my boy.
Get up there, Mooks.
I think that did conclude the services. So this does conclude the services at this committal shelter. Our caretaker will now come and take your loved one to his final resting place. Our cemetery is open 365 days a year from sunrise to sunset. If you plan on visiting him today, we recommend that you do so after 2:30 to ensure we've concluded all interments for the day. Please travel safely, and thank you for choosing our cemetery. You can go while I call.
You can still speak.
Yeah.
I guess kind of sweet. My name is Jacob, but everybody calls me Mowgli, and I'm not really sure if you guys know where that name came from, but I moved here when I was like 14 years old, and I met Sean, Brian, Jamie, Sweet, and my brother Josh was here, and I met Austin actually over the telephone because of this guy. Fight Club was a thing back then. We were just little boys, and they're like, hey, you want to get in a fight with this guy named Austin? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I went down to the park, met him, start fighting. 30 seconds into it, he goes, you look like Mowgli. And we start laughing. Everybody starts laughing. And the name stuck. And so it's like, he gave that to me, I can't necessarily put in words how much of an impact just that one little meeting made for the rest of my life. And just, we went to high school together, and you guys I'm sure have heard about all his accolades and everything that he's accomplished, and, I was there to witness it and see it, and it's a beautiful thing. So to, lose him is, rough, but I just know, every day, when people call me Mowgli, there's this guy, and it's just, it's comedy. We had a lot of great times together, and, a lot of love going around.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, and I don't know what to say very much. Brian?
My name's Brian. Austin and I met each other when we were in 7th grade, and went through school together. Just had a lot of great times with him, and actually chose him to be the godfather. My daughter, there's nobody that I trust more take care of my daughter, everything her to happen to me, and he's such a good man, and he's touched so many people's hearts, and it's really a tragedy that he's gone. May you rest in peace. Thank you for your time.
Can you hold that?
Austin may be at peace, but I wish peace for all of us at some point. Austin was my chosen brother. I always thought I would hate him if he did this to Rory. What Rory remembers most of Austin is no fear. Austin used to tell him every time they saw each other, no fear, buddy. Whether it was jumping off the roof into the pool or sword fighting like 9 years ago today at the Renaissance Festival. Google, I hate you and I love you, because that was the coolest thing it could have showed me this morning, was Austin trying to climb Jacob's ladder like, I'm a Marine, I can do this, and he failed every freaking time, and I got it on camera, and one day Veronica will get to see it, and I know Rory has memories of him, and I think Aria will, and I just told them that it doesn't matter how it ended, remember the good that Uncle Austin taught you. Carry the good with you, because he was a great man. He was a great man, and Nick couldn't have said it better about mental health, and I wish us all peace, because it's a selfish choice, but it's the most personal choice that there is, so we can't fault him for it. We can just hope for peace moving forward. I love you all, whether I've met you or not.
I'm cousin Chad from Ohio, and I will tell you guys something. I outdrank the fish.
Yay!
In his backyard, I was out there a couple years ago for a visit, and I'd already been out and about in Chandler, and I went over to his house. We drank till about 5 in the morning, and he said, "There's nobody else eats the fish." Well, yeah? Why you going to bed?
Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it. Just to see all these people, to remember my brother, it's amazing. We are having a gathering in my house after we leave here. If everybody want to write down the address, I can give it out right now. Everybody's welcome to come. And I think we're done.
If pole bearers would like to come and assist.
Pole bearers.
Yeah. Got the bicycle legs there.